10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, you know you recognize Space Ghost. Come on now.
You know what's funny? Gary in chat said the post says the show comes on at 7:20.
What? Now I gotta look again.
Oh no.
That's what it said 5 o'clock when I got on to get back in because I set it up earlier or yesterday. And it said 5 o'clock when I got there we go. We got a glitch going on then. Okay. It's a glitch in the Matrix.
Do you see it?
Was that? Well, mine said 5 o'clock from the get-go. On the StreamYard side, it said 5 o'clock. When you came in the studio, did it say 5 o'clock?
Yeah, mine said 5 o'clock. I just got my notification.
Yeah. I don't get notifications on it anymore. I mean, it just tells me on my email that we've gone live, but obviously, oh my goodness gracious. I just want to put my head down and say, leave me alone. People, it's what they call me. Okay, anyway. So, instead of us paying bills normally, like you trying to spill everything out and everything, we're going to do it the easy way, okay? You just sit back and listen to this one for a minute.
This is the future. Evolution.
The Crossing Realms Conference launches September 19th and 20th and will dock in Richmond, Missouri. This is already being called the event of the year, folks. With an unprecedented list of speakers and special guests, 2 days of cryptids, UFOs, and paranormal presentations, along with a celebrity-filled ghost hunt, meet and greet, gallery reading, vendors, and a film screening. This promises to be both educational and fun. Go to eventbrite.com to secure your tickets and vendor slots before they are all abducted. They're going fast.
We got gremlins everywhere. Golly.
I know. And, my screen keeps blacking out. And I just told Randy that. I said, I don't know what's happening, but my screen's timing out and then going black. So I'm like,
yeah.
What's happening? And then everybody gets on here and says that the show time was shown at like 10 something. And I'm like, what is happening? Hang on a second.
That would put me 20 minutes into Selena's show. So I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think I'd have started it at that time.
I don't know.
I'm a little bit of a stickler when it comes to being about my timing and stuff with this crap.
I don't know. And then I just seen BMR released a clip at 5. I wonder if that had something to do with what's happening.
Ooh, maybe. I don't know. I mean, but he would have done it. I think he would have done just straight upload, though. I don't think he did it through StreamYard. So who knows, though? I mean, honestly.
Unless it's a pre-record of some sort.
That could be. I mean, but I no idea. Either way, you people are slowly filtering in. I like y'all. I appreciate y'all, and thanks for keeping an eye out. And I did go out and put it out again to the about, like I said, about 30 minutes ago out on Facebook. That we were going live at the top of the hour, so maybe it caught everybody a little off guard.
Yeah, I don't know. Something's messed up because Rob shouldn't be putting out a clip at 5.
Yeah. Yep.
Because actually, Selena comes on at 7.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I wouldn't have been at 7:20. That'd been dumb. I mean, I don't know. It had to be a glitch between StreamYard and YouTube. It's got to be.
You have now entered the Twilight Zone.
I've been in the Twilight Zone for like a week. It seems like. So.
I don't even know what's happening anymore. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. You know, people are filing in because, you know, everybody knows we come on at 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. They know we're here.
Yeah. 5 p.m. Central. That is.
Well, I'm going to start off by, you know, saying something that I normally don't really get into a lot, but this one got me a little bit earlier this week. A couple of days ago, us losing James Lovell. You're talking to a guy who is a student of the space race. I studied every aspect of the space race. And that man right there, without him, number one, you don't have a good movie. Because, quite frankly, without his level head and being able to handle what happened up there on Apollo 13, we're not even talking about him right now. Other than in memoriam from back then.
That man was what was he, 97 years old?
Yes, he was old. Yes, I agree. But that don't mean I don't have to sit there and feel it. So that's like I had a guy that sat there. He said something, and it was on one of my military boards. That he said, "It's funny you get 2 or 3 of these stars dying in a row, and people are all about that, but not a single one of them talk about the 22 that died." And I immediately shut him off. I was like, "Listen, I did my 22 push-ups for 22 days for the 22 a day type thing, but let me tell you right now, when part of somebody's childhood passes away, doesn't matter how old they are, doesn't matter what it was, it's something they grew up with. They feel like a piece of them died with it. And there's just nothing you can say or do about it. You can just suck it up and drive on, Buttercup." So that's pretty much what I told him. He didn't like that.
He was just a part of history, you know, just a big part of history. And he will always be remembered. Always.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And that's the only reason I went with what the topic we went with today. We're looking at UFOs. I will not say UAP. I refuse to. It's always and always will be
UFO. What is the difference? Randy, do you know what the difference is?
Well, they say unidentified flying object. The UFO is, you know, it's anything flying, physically flying in the air that they can't identify. They don't know what it is. Doesn't matter what it really is, you know, per se. At that particular point in time, when you look at it, you can't identify. It's a UFO. The unidentified aerial phenomena, they like to call it, now is just a high-speed way of saying UFO, but these things may not be physically flying. They may be floating. They may be doing this. They may be doing that. It's anything in the atmosphere for the most part.
If it's in the air, it's a UFO.
Period. That's what I say too. But we got people that want to get a daggum trademark going on right there. So we'll go with what. That's why I will not say the other word. I'm saying UFO from here on out. So don't expect me to say the other one. Period.
Yeah.
But also, you know, like I said, I showed you a little video before we started. It's like, hey, it let me go down memory lane with a bunch of stuff when I was sitting there doing some research. So I was like, wait, I forgot about this. Wait, I forgot about that, because I got another one, and they're all at the extra side. So you'll see them at the end.
Oh my God.
Oh, not bad.
Now, the things that you showed me, and what days would you watch these? Saturday mornings?
Those were actually on the one I showed you, and for those that don't remember, it was called The Lost Saucer. It had Jim Nabors and Ruth Buzzy. They played 2 quote unquote aliens called Fee and Fi. Okay, Fi and Fum. That's what it was. That was a takeoff of Fee Fi Fo Fum. They were Fi and Fum, and I had forgotten Ruth Buzzy was in it, and I was like, how did I forget that? Because I was such a big Ruth Buzzy fan, you know. She just passed away a few months ago, and she just lived right down the road from us here in Texas. So I was like, that hurts just even seeing the promo for it and stuff. But we'll look at that again later on. So, but yeah, we watched it because I think it was from 70. 72 to 74, I think it was on. But it might have been on the Saturday morning to start with. But when I watched it, it was about 78, 79 time frame when it was on reruns, and it was on after you got home from school, when you go home and watch like Slam Bang Theater and all those little knockoff little shows, they would rotate them. You get that, you get the Star Blazers, you get Battle of the Planets, you get the Three Stooges. I mean, they would rotate it, so depending on what time of the year it was, is what you were actually watching. But it would rotate back eventually. Kids didn't know that, but it would rotate back eventually. So I've seen them all. Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. I don't know if you remember that or not. That was another Sid and Marty Krofft one. You don't know Sigmund
Honestly,
and
to tell you the truth, I don't remember those. We were the type of children that both parents worked in my home, so Saturday mornings was cleaning time in the house, and Mom would kick us out.
Well, that wasn't, like I said, these weren't Saturday mornings. I never watched any of that on Saturday morning because these were all in the afternoons, and my parents both worked too. And we got home, we did homework, and we were right at 3:30 when we got walked up from the driveway. From where, of course, we lived on 12 acres. So drop us off down by the road, you got a 6-acre walk back into the house. So when we get to the house, if we didn't have homework, hey, we're straight on here in this area. Channel 11 at that time had all the kids shows in the afternoon. So that was just one of those things. I enjoyed them and I watched them like crazy, So the Bugaloos, I mean, Wonder Bug. We're talking about all of them. You could rotate any one of them in there. H&R Puffin stuff. That was one of them that would rotate in, and that was from the late '60s, really. So,
wow,
you didn't watch Puffin stuff either?
No.
Oh, we're gonna have one show, guys. Then one show, we're just gonna do nothing but throw up flashcards of Sid and Marty Krofft stuff. All right,
and I'll lose everyone.
I know
it
you
won't
watched
even be
Land
a
of the
fun
Lost.
show. Yeah, and it won't even be a fun show. I will just, yeah.
I know you watched Land of the Lost. You had to watch Land of the Lost.
I did watch that one, yes.
So yeah, so I mean, that one never really made it around to the.
Well, yeah, I watched like the Monkeys and Banana Split and
same thing. They were all rotated around on the back, like on the what'd you call it? Syndication circuit. The syndication circuit, so they were syndicated to all these other little local stations. I almost was able to quote every Banana Splits act there was out there. I used to love watching that crap. So, but we'll get back to that at a later time because, like I said, that's a full show in itself of nothing but Sid and Marty Krofft stuff. But oh wait, Roger. Yeah, he's Star Blazers was on in the morning during the weekdays. See, it was never on in the morning for me. It was always on about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, right as we got home. And I stopped, watched it, then I'd do my homework after that. So,
there you go.
Anyway, we will go away from get the back where I need it to be now. We're going to get to number 1 first. Okay. There was a series of 3 actual videos that were released at the same time with, let me see if I get the right one up here. Okay, and they were released at the same time by the Pentagon, declassified them. These were all declassified, I believe, in 2018. Okay, maybe in 2017, but this first one was from 2004, and it was off the coast of, I think this one was off the coast of, let me look at my note real quick. Yeah, this was off the coast of Southern California. Okay. This one was one of the ones that it was actually picked up originally by the USS Nimitz. And then later on, 60 miles downrange, was picked up by the USS Princeton. So, and this is the one that, I can't remember the gentleman's name, Farmer or Farwell, I can't remember his name, but the pilot that was on it has done the talk show circuits since he retired. And they actually had a 60 Minutes story with him and another pilot that was on that original mission that captured this. And this is what we're looking at. This is targeting. Now, this is targeting software, is targeting scopes, and this is what they're catching. Now, this one has no audio on this one at all. But they've targeted this thing. Here was my only big issue on it when it was happening. Now, you watch it start moving around a little bit, and they'll lose it, and they'll reacquire it. Then they go invert. Now, watch this thing. They just hone right in on it. And knowing the military side of the stuff, like you've seen targeting software before, targeting scopes before. I mean, just for them to even identify it, it has to be something. What? We don't know. Now, that was USS Nimitz. Now, this is where the Princeton picked it up. See, they're trying to figure out what it is as well. So you got two different ships that have actually acquired this thing.
Yeah. Now, is it emitting its own light source, or is that the program?
I think it's the program picking up on the reflection of it. But did you see that last little bit of it? They're still watching it. And then that last second is it they zoom in and out. All of a sudden, boom, it's gone.
Right.
The scope didn't move. You didn't see any of the readouts change at all. So now I'm sitting there going, what just is stationary like that and will shoot? Now immediately I'm thinking helicopter. But if we're out to sea that far, you'd think they'd know what it was. If it was a helicopter.
You would think if it was a normal known aircraft.
Yeah.
They would have known.
Yeah, they wouldn't have spent this much time isolating. I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't have spent so much time on it unless it's something that they were trying to see what it was going to do.
Yeah, keep an eye on it and say, hey, if it comes toward us here in the shipyards out in Southern California, we got an issue type thing.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean.
But where were they located when they found this?
This was off of the coast of Southern California.
Okay.
This was in 2004 off the coast of Southern California. And like I said, we'll go back to this first one. You can see the difference in the scopes, okay? And I don't know all the actual jargon on it. I wish I did because I have never actually worked these kind of scopes to start with. I've worked night vision sites before on weapon systems, but not like this. So I'm not for sure exactly. Like I said, they sit there on this one, and you see this zoom is only at a 1 zoom right now. That's the only thing I can tell for sure, because that's the only thing I know for sure. And there's a 2 zoom. And now when that thing zoomed into the 2, I'm gonna go back to it. We're doing it. I can't tell, and I wish I could zoom in a little bit more on this. Let me see if I can get it to come up a little bit better. I cannot tell looking right here what that is. Because now it looks like it's luminescent,
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was asking, is if it was the program, maybe. But you see right at the end where, it is one color and they didn't change it or anything. And then all of a sudden, it brightens right up and takes off. Of course, I'm figuring that's the, I don't know, the signature of it leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call it a heat signature because you don't know if there is one.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to look at this, see if this changes anything as far as the sizing of it. But yeah, this just inverts. Is all they did was invert the view right here to see if they get a better picture of it. Now, once they got past all this, the guys in the Princeton picked it up. And you see, this is IR here versus TV.
Yeah.
So this is regular TV lens / whatever. Now we've got IR, which should be picking up heat. So as we follow this one down, I'm gonna get it down to closer to the end where we can see it actually take off. This is where I was wondering when we were looking at it, is it taking off, or is the software moving the actual camera? But it doesn't look like the camera is moving at all. It looks like it just takes off.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. It must be something for ABC News to pick this up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When these come out, ABC News, New York Times was the first one that published them out and stuff, but ABC News picked them up, and put them on their websites as well. So I'm like, it's got to have something. Obviously, you got the Navy on it, and you got that, but that thing moves on its own. I don't think
Yeah.
the camera moves at all. So
Yeah, aliens are completely out of my wheelhouse, and especially when it comes to stuff like this.
yeah,
Because so much is unknown. I mean, it's not the circle I run in, so I don't know a lot about it. But it's hard to deny when you're seeing this thing on a radar and on a
Yeah.
scope.
Yep.
It's hard to deny it. Of course, they we know that aliens are real. They came out and said it. They came out and said it, everyone. They said it. So, do I believe this is more
They said
real
aliens
now?
were real? Did they
Huh?
say aliens were real?
Yes, for real, for
They
real.
did.
Yes,
Really?
for real, for real.
I never heard them say that. I heard them say there are UAP/UFOs. UFOs is what I
Alien
would
life
still call
form.
them.
Alien
They said
life
there
form.
is alien life forms.
That's what they said.
Did they tell us what kind?
No.
Because obviously I missed that.
Of course,
press
that's part
briefing,
of the whole, hey, there's aliens and flying saucers and stuff, but okay. And that's all you got.
Wow.
Alien life forms.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, because when they say that there are flying saucers or UFOs, UAPs, that tells me something's got to fly it. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. I can kind of understand that. And
But
no
did they say
freaky,
who, what, where, when, and why? No.
no freaky. It's not Buzz Lightyear that died. Okay, it's not.
It was
Buzz
Woody.
Lightyear. No, Woody. Never mind. We'll be quiet about that. Anyway, so
Anyway, on with the show.
yeah, we got two other ones now. These next two were done in 2015, I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at my note again to make sure. These were 2015, and these were declassified by the Department of Defense and the Navy pilots. They're tracking objects, and this is off of Jacksonville, Florida. So we're talking about East Coast now. Okay. Now this one has got a little audio. The next two got audios with them, so one of them might be a little bit loud, but you can hear the guy talking in this one and see. You hear what he says.
Dude, this is on, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh.
Now, right there, the FA. I don't know what that means off the top of my head, but I do know when you say there's a whole fleet of them, I immediately ears perk up. So,
Right.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS, though, is it? It's not. That is the LNS, dude. Well, if there's, look at that thing. It's rotating.
okay, now I get confused. I get completely confused by that one.
About why they said it was rotated.
Well, yeah, it turned on its side. I don't know of anything that does that. Do you?
Not to that extent, no.
I mean, let's see here. I mean, it's like that. And quite frankly, it looks like these lines right here. I wish I knew more about their targeting system so I could actually figure out what the line. Usually that's horizon is what I'd always thought. The way I understood it, that was the horizon angles and such. I don't know.
I thought the same thing. But then again, it may be a level. I don't know. I just don't know.
It's tough to say. It's really
Yeah.
tough to say because unless it's trying to figure out where this one is, because let's see, does it change when it rotates?
Well, if there's, look at that thing.
See, it doesn't change when it
rotating.
rotates. So that makes me think it's It's got to
Well,
be
it
the
seems
horizon.
like, okay, what it looks like to me is it looks like they're kind of tilted following this thing along,
Yeah,
and it's kind of doing a curve, and then this thing rotates. This is why
yeah,
this looks like this. I mean, that's what it seems like to me.
yeah. I can see that. I really can. I'm just
Okay.
confused. I mean, how long do you stay in that bank? You know what I'm talking about? Because for that horizon to be like that, they have to be in a bank. You would think so, anyway. So they're banking to their right, and then they're still following this thing for how long is this? This is 30 seconds here.
I mean, considering depending on how far the circle is going, they may be still in that bank. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
this is only a few seconds. It's not like a terribly long time.
No, it's only 30 something seconds, and I imagine it's been chopped up a little bit, before the government
Right.
released it and stuff. So,
Right.
this is the most important, or what they deem to be the most important. The longer line slanted to the right. Let's see here, Freaky. You talking about this part right here at the reticles? These pieces right here. That's I think what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's the guy talked about it going against the 160 knot winds or whatever it is. So we're definitely not talking balloon at all.
Well, no, look at it. Look at it moving. And like I
Yeah.
said, it's moving at a bank because that's what I believe is happening here.
Yeah. And I
Because
think they're following.
Because you can see the clouds there. If we were going straight and level, the clouds we would be running over them, but we're not. We're turning into clouds.
Yep. It's staying right underneath that the whole way.
Yeah,
Unless
see
now,
that?
I don't know that they're actually they're not in flight. I don't think these guys are in flight. I think these are ground based. As far as this actual locking this software, this radar, and you see where it inverts right here to show the heat signatures. So that thing's pretty hot right off the bat.
Well, it looks pretty cloudy, so I don't know how anything on the ground would get it.
Yeah, I mean, because you see the it's got to be above clouds.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
So,
because otherwise it'd be flipped completely upside down.
I don't know, but I'm watching this bit at the bottom, the 5268785 and such like that. I can't tell if that's actual altitude because if they're at 50 something thousand feet tracking this thing,
yeah,
then it's definitely not what we're wanting it to be.
Right.
It's something we don't deal with a whole lot, but I don't know that that's it. I think that's something else down there. Because the last digit doesn't seem that last digit just stopped, but I think it's like an A or something. I think it's like an A is what I'm thinking. But once again, I wish I could see the. Oh, it is. It's an A. If you get the bar out of the way, you can see it. So, yeah, I'm thinking above clouds for sure.
I find this video more compelling than the last one.
Okay, here's Cool Hands. They're in a turn flying F-18s. That I could kind of see. I could see F-18s following this thing. I really could. So that's one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I find this one more convincing than the other one.
Oh yeah, because of the movement of the object.
Yes,
mainly.
The object actually did a yeah.
If there's a thing, it's rotating.
Yeah, the rotating, and it even catches them off guard with the rotating. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm blowing this up, and it's looking to me, honestly, through what we have, it looks like a classic looking flying saucer on a tilt.
Almost, doesn't it?
Yeah, on a tilt. Sure does. I mean, that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But is it? I don't know.
I could never tell you. But look at the luminescence behind it. You know what I mean? What's causing that aura around it? You know? Is it heat? Is it cloud displacement? Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, they're in IR mode.
Yeah.
So
They're
their
targeting.
heat, yeah, their heat would be what, black?
Yeah. This one right here. Now the heat light is that one right there.
Okay, so if we flip it and do the IR on the other side, the heat
that's what he
would
did.
be black. And the only thing showing heat is the air, the UFO itself. Because what's coming off of it is processing as cold. Does that make sense?
Ooh, that's a good thought there. Cool, Ann. That's actually a good thought. It's got to be doing something for anti-gravity type stuff, maybe, I would think.
Yeah,
but
it
who knows?
definitely could.
Some sort of propulsion that we don't know about, you know?
Yeah, y'all are the experts. I know nothing. But what this is showing me is that whatever is radiating off of that is cold.
Yes. It's
So,
colder than what the ship is anyway.
What everything is. It's colder than everything.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so
I
that
don't
one
know.
that one was a weird one.
Yeah, like I said,
But
that is more compelling to me than just watching a dot for a little while and then watch it,
Well, there's another
take a
one where
sharp
you get
left.
the third one in this series that was done. These guys, in fact, I think I got, if I'm not mistaken, I got an actual. See, and there's an actual blown up little picture of it too, so we can blow up and kind of look at it at that one mark where it just starts. That's where it just starts to turn. I think that was when they did that
Yeah,
one.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But it does have that halo on it, and
Yeah.
could it be a field, anti-gravity field, something or other? I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't. And we're not in a. This is why I haven't even thought about bringing this out on anything, because I cannot fathom, because we don't deal with this. We never really touch UFOs on this show because it's too arbitrary for the most part. And like I said, the only reason I did it is because we had the death this week, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to throw something out there to just say, hey, we're looking to the skies, But as I was looking at this next one though was one that wait till you hear the absolute joy in this guy when he actually is able to lock onto this thing.
Nickel 6-1 Tango Roger, over. Oh, got it! Woohoo! Roger, they're troubleshooting as soon as I...
Yeah, he was happy he was able to get it, okay? I thought that was the funniest thing of the whole thing. Now, this thing obviously is something a little bit different, but when he gets it, I'm like, dude, you deserve an Oscar for that reaction.
Are they?
It looks like over water to me. It looks like it's over water to me.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, and they're above them.
And I'm betting that this A down here is an altitude by the A, and maybe this is what they're talking about, meters instead of feet, but it could be feet too on this situation. I just don't know enough about this setup. So, yeah. And see, these guys are just happy with big and flop, And see, this one auto changed too.
Oh, okay.
And now they've got it on auto track.
Gosh, dude. Wow.
They bleeped out a lot of what they were saying because there's a lot of curse words going across this thing. All right.
Right.
But this one, look how fast it seems to be moving. I'm just moving it back across. That thing's not moving slow. Let's see if I can figure out. 42 degrees, 43 degrees. So it's early. It's probably February time frame, I'm betting. And I think the negative 28 degrees we're seeing right here, I think that's the angle to the actual target. Look at the range, though. This one actually has a range. 4.1, 4.1, and then they track it all the way.
Okay, so I'm noticing the lines in this one. You know, the ones we were talking about in the last one. And as
Yeah.
I'm seeing this thing, it moving, I think those are his wings tilting. And the middle part is the level line. So as the wings are moving like this, that's the body in the middle.
Yeah. For the
so
aircraft.
You can see if they're level. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Which, like I said, but
That
they're
makes more
at a
sense
negative.
to me.
They're at
So
a
in
negative
the
40,
other
35
video, we
degrees.
can see that it was on a total bank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And this one seems to be, I mean, they're targeting it. I'm going to bring it back here to where they actually get it. And I'll try and turn down the actual, I'll mute the actual noise because he is very happy that he catches it. So, but when they catch it, I mean, look at that thing. Tenth of a mile. And these are probably nautical miles is what I'm guessing. I don't know what the 150 and 160 means here. I'm assuming this means range. I'm assuming this means the actual ambient temperature outside. And once again, assuming again that this is the actual downward angle to the actual track.
I don't know. It's all in speculation. I don't know.
Yeah, and 100% is speculation because I just don't know how to decipher this. I really don't. And everything I look at, they just give very vague and general information.
Right.
Yep. Roger, yeah, he's right. Cool Hand's right. It's the dot here in the center of the screen that I'm trying not to cover up with.
Yeah, you got to kind of keep your cursor out of the screen because it gets kind of confusing.
Because I sit there,
looking at a white ball.
Exactly. So, and I'm going to pull it back then one more time, and we'll let it go from where they actually pick up the track, or when they first see it. We'll go the whole thing, but without the thing. I'll leave this over here. See, he's moving slow at first, and then the tracking computer picks that thing up. Look how fast it's going.
Yep, it's that little thing in the middle, little ball, and then they change the view of the camera, and then change it back. It's right in the middle.
And as closer it gets, you see the closer it gets, the lower the angle to the object. 35, 34, 33, it keeps going down or going negative further as it gets closer to them. Now, I find it hard to believe. Well, I shouldn't find it hard to believe. I found it interesting that they didn't share any more than this part of it. Because you can bet they followed it a long way after this.
Oh, heck, I don't know. I was just thinking that this is a very creative tool on how to use the equipment, how to set on target. This would be a fabulous way to be really good at it. Yeah, I think that's 100%. Why he was so excited, because he actually locked onto the target. It's a great learning tool.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it was a drone out there that he was practicing with, they would have told us it was a drone he was out there practicing with. So
that was moving too fast for a drone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I would have thought so too. Not our drones. I'm talking about targeting drones, like they use.
Yeah. Well, Roger, you're gonna have to, I don't know, put it on a bigger screen or try to make your screen bigger. Zoom in on
dead
it.
In the middle. Dead in the middle there, in the actual.
Can you zoom in, Randy?
Let me see if I can get it to go up some more. Not on this one, unfortunately.
Okay. I mean, I can on my screen, here. But
yeah, you'd have to do it on your own screen.
Yeah.
So let me see one other. Maybe I can get it now because it's different.
It's just right. It's right in between the two little markers, right in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, it won't let me do it on this. Maybe if I open it up in the movies and stuff like that, it would. But it's just a regular old picture editor thing, or the Microsoft Pictures that I just roam it through it because it is what it is. So, see, this one obviously is where it went to black hot versus white hot.
Yeah, I prefer the white one to this one because it's easier to see.
Yeah,
especially if they're going over water.
Yeah, And I'm assuming, like I said, I'm assuming that's water. It looks like water.
It looks like water to me.
Yep, that's it, Roger. When you're looking at that one, you'll see when I moved it, you had it at a little black dot. There's a little bitty white dot too. Like I said, it turns back and forth. But yes, that's what we're talking about, Roger. Hey, there you go. Cool, you're right. It could be. I have no way of determining what the size of this thing is to start with. Honestly, I have no way of figuring that out to save me, and they don't give you any information on that. So
it is putting out a heat source. We know that much.
Yep.
I find I've only seen one orb in my lifetime put out a heat source. Usually it's in the cooler temperatures that I see them. That they're not giving out any type of heat source. Maybe a light source, but not a heat source. Only one time did I see one with a heat source. But it's moving very, very fast and with a purpose.
Yep.
It's actually kind of big. I mean, it looks small on the screen, but it is actually kind of a big thing to be called an orb.
Yeah, I can't figure out. I just wish I wish they would give us some kind of dimensions. I really do.
Yeah, I just don't think that a tracking system would catch an orb. There'd be nothing to hang on to.
Yeah, and he had to physically capture it on the tracking system. He had to go out and lead in for it, just like when you're when you're shooting a weapon. I mean, you have to lead a flying, item, bird, whatever it is. Depends on what you're shooting at. But
I mean, it looks like an orb. I mean, it actually does. It's very circular. Yeah. I mean, of course, this is not the best film ever.
Well, no, government from 2015 on this one.
But it's not showing any type of other shape like we did see in the last video.
No, and no turning.
Yeah.
No turning, no, just straight line distance, and it is booking.
Right.
So, it's still cool. I'll say that. It's still cool.
It is cool.
Actually, Cool Hand, I saw that reference. I tried to find it. They have got that thing so deep buried in some stuff, and the few of them I was able to find with the object that dips into the water, because it's the same one. It's on the same one as the first video we saw from Southern California. It's part of that same bit. They talk about it in the interviews too. The guy that actually says he flew over it and saw the water where it was going in and out, and he saw it, but they had no video of it that I could find. Somebody on TikTok said they had it, and it was really juiced up and stuff, so I didn't even mess with it.
Okay. I'm having a moment.
Okay.
If they were right off the coast of Southern California, where they're supposed to be right now.
No, this is Jacksonville. This is Jacksonville, Florida. Here.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
I'll move us back to the first one. That one right there.
That one is off Southern California, correct? Did they say exactly, I mean, what would be the closest city or something to them? Did they say?
I assumed it was San Diego because most of the shipyards and stuff are out of San Diego. Unless you go up further up the coast and deal with San Francisco, but they didn't say. That would have been Northern California, so I would assume it would have been San Diego.
All right, I got to look up something.
No problem. And Cool Hand, I'll do some more looking on that, and if I can find it, I'll take a look, because quite obviously it sounds like Cool Hand is a Navy vet, sounds like, or a Marine vet, one of the two, knows what he's looking at here versus what I am. I'm an Army guy. If it ain't a tow missile, I don't think I know I could mess with it. But anyway, okay, so you're looking something up. In the meantime, I'm going to push us a different way here. I got one that was actually, and since we were talking about orbs anyway, this is the Orb of Mosul right here. I don't know about this one.
That one looks kind of weird.
Yeah, this was caught supposedly in 2016, but I don't know that this is an actual quote-unquote orb per se, as they say it, or whatever, versus a glitch when they took the picture, because this is coming from an actual military intelligence aircraft, for lack of a better word, of AWACS. Okay.
Okay. I don't know about that. That kind of looks kind of odd, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah,
that should have made big news. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and look here where how far up they were. They were at 19,483 feet when they took this picture. Okay. You can almost see the daggum leaves on the daggum trees. That's how good these things are. And it's 2016, so it's like it's still very good targeting, but this looks like a glitch to me more than anything else because it doesn't belong there. It's like it doesn't. I don't want to say it's part of the landscape per se, or maybe something that flew underneath them at the same time because nothing was in the air at all around there. But it doesn't. No, I don't have the video, unfortunately. Cool Hand. This is the only thing they ever put out was this one picture. I tried to find this video because I wanted to see if it moved in because that immediately, and this wasn't declassified. This was actually obtained by somebody else. Okay. This was obtained by a guy. I won't even mention his name because the more I delved into him, the more I was like, yeah, I don't need to listen to him a whole lot because he's a little on the crazy. I shouldn't say crazier side, but he's a little bit weird. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about it. But anyway, he's got this one, and like I say, I don't know that that's an actual part of this real picture, or if it's a if you see the this is water, okay? This is water, and this is the street lamp right there. You can see this. Maybe there's something they're reflecting off of this water. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's kind of the way I was with it. I don't think it's an orb
I
at all.
think this is a fake. Because if this were anything that of a substantial value, it had been in the news. It had been more than this.
Well, it was in a couple of quote unquote papers, and I use that term loosely.
Yeah, like
once
the
again,
National
out in
Enquirer,
California.
maybe the National Enquirer.
I think it was it? It might have been People Online too, where I saw it as well, but they're not much more than that anymore. So, but yeah, this is okay. So Cool Hand, you seen this video, and you said this thing was flying. So if I can find that video, which I imagine the dude that owns it is keeping it very close to his vest for the most part. I noticed a lot of these guys out there that are putting some of the stuff out. They want licensing fees for a lot of stuff. And luckily, this was on an actual news website, so I don't have to worry about that. But I'm just like, really, guys? I just don't. If this thing's really flying and I can find an actual video of it, I'd be happy because I've got another one here in a minute. I'll show you that we already saw once before, and we kind of blew off. But I got the video for it now.
Yeah, I think this one is.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. Because now we're talking about these. These were the Mojave lights. We talked about these before. And these were 2021. We didn't look at this particular picture because we never had it. And as you can see the lights in the background. I don't see anything really through here. I was hoping to see something in this area because the next one is the one we looked at on our UFO show, UAP show, whatever you want to call it. This is what we looked at. I think you remember this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Which the last picture and this picture, it's pretty close in shape.
That's what I was
Very
thinking.
Close in shape.
Is this one enhanced? Has this one been enhanced or something? I was trying to look for these lines, these power lines in this one because I can see what looks like an actual, possibly in the distance there, another power line pole because it's got to be able to match up with that one for me to see it. but you can't see it in the first one. If they enhance this sucker and lightened it up, maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Well, just depending. I used night vision, and some of my nighttime pictures come out like that,
Like this
depending
right
on
here,
the
right?
light source. Yeah.
Okay. And maybe they took a picture of the first one and then moved up and did this with the night vision.
Well, it's going to be impossible to tell because the other one's so
Yeah.
dark, and there's
Yep.
nothing to reference.
No, and that's why I was trying to see something back in this area, anything back here that would make me think that there's an actual light pole back there to look at. But they're all up here, and that looks like they're in line with each other. There's not going to be anything back there out of the blue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody took it from this angle over here up to it. Two different angles, two different ways. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, like somebody was closer to it and took a picture or something. Who knows?
But
But
this
I
is
don't
this
think
dark.
it's the same pole though, because that has
Yeah.
transformers on it. The other one does not.
No, I can't see any there anyway. So that would mean if they did it in this location here, it would have to have been from over here in this area. And it would have had to have been far enough where just that right side of the pole would have been picked up. So
I don't know.
yeah, it's tough to say when it's this dark, but man, those lights look dead on.
Yeah, they
like
do.
Those. These are just enhanced more. That's what made me think. I wonder if there's a spot, because you can even see the guide wire right here for that pole. So I don't know. I can't say yes. I can't say no.
But it's funny. But it's funny if you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because if you're going on it as a V, okay,
yeah,
the ones on the left hand side stick out, and they're brightly seen. But then there's one missing on the right side, like it's dim. Look at it. I mean, it's dim. Now, if you go back to the other picture, it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
See?
Yep. And
it's like it's missing a tooth.
We saw something like this one time when that one UFO one we did. Tells you how long we got. 74 episodes. This is only the second UFO one we've done, so that ought to tell you something.
Right.
The one we looked at, remember I showed you that one that had the circle, and it turned out the guy that took the picture was trying to hose everybody and hoax everybody because it was a space needle. It was a space needle taking a picture through the fog with it lit up, and it made it look like a saucer.
Yeah.
You couldn't see the tower itself.
Right.
So that's why I wanted to look at this one closer.
Yeah, this one looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Same configuration.
Yep.
And I think we were talking about this one the last time too, that because this was out of Mojave, we're talking about, hey, they're not too far from where a certain area we don't like to talk about is at. And you're talking about the areas where they actually tested the B-2 bombers. So who's to say?
Yeah.
But this was 2021 supposedly. So
okay.
So I'm bleh kind of thing with that one. And
yeah, I mean, there's so many similarities with the so-called UFO that I want to say they're one and the same.
It looks like it to me. That's why I'm like, okay.
I mean, the same type of configuration, the one dim light, the whole. I mean, it's not in an exact V. It's kind of bent out a little bit. I mean, something's up.
Or could somebody have superimposed something somewhere else on those pictures too?
Something's up.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of I'm hesitant on that one by a long shot. Here, I'll even do it with you. Go ahead, you can do it.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I'm done with that one because there's something up with that. If I can't put my finger on it, there's something up.
It's too perfect to match up.
Yeah, If once you start comparing it to the daytime or the supposable daytime or the lightened photo, and Yeah.
That's why it
Something's
made
wrong.
me think that way. But hey,
I don't know.
there's another one. There is another one.
Oh boy.
We pish posh this one, and everybody out there, I did not forget to get a red circle. Okay, this was already on it. I did not put this red circle on it. Okay.
Oh, I'm leaving my hat on.
You remember this one, right?
Yeah.
This is from the South China Sea. An American military pilot. Let me see about this. It says a pilot claimed he saw a fleet of UFOs over the Pacific Ocean. It's a video by an American military pilot over the South China Sea. Shows a dozen or more UFOs near Hong Kong, quote unquote. Okay, we saw this and we were like, okay, we think it's a reflection in a window or something like that. If I remember, we were like, okay, I think that's what it was. Then I went out and found this. I'm going to back it up. Please hear this guy.
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
That is some weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryanair 2735, contact Richmond 120.17, good day. Richmond 120.17, good day, Ryanair 2735.
Gone.
And they're gone. I'm confused by that one, to say the least, because we pish poshed it. We thought it's got to be a reflection type thing.
Well, that's what you would assume. We're only dealing with a still photo.
Yeah. So.
But this guy is evidently in the cockpit.
Yeah.
And this is not being
behind him
taken out of a window. I mean, okay,
you can
play
hear
again. Play it again.
You can hear the guy behind him saying they're flying.
I don't know what that is. That is some weird shit.
Ryanair 2735, contact Richmond 120.17, good day. Richmond 120.17, good day, Ryanair 2735.
Okay, what I've noticed is that some of these things are disappearing and reappearing.
Yeah. Like they're going through the clouds a little bit.
Yeah. And then they all go into the clouds.
Yeah. And
gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Here was my first thought. It was a training mission, military. Let's say, I won't say helicopters. I think they're too high up for that. But, and I think I said it one time when we looked at the original picture the first time. They look almost like flares coming out. But I don't think I've ever seen a squadron or a formation of aircraft do it like that.
It doesn't look like a flare to me because they were disappearing and reappearing. And
they didn't put off any smoke.
Right. You would see kind of like a fading effect. And you can see them going clearly into the clouds. And they were up there way too long.
I thought so too. Unless they're, like I said, you know how it is with the depth perception up there. They could have been further above the clouds than we thought. But, yeah, and Cool Hand, you're right. I don't think I've ever seen one in formation before, but I've heard of people talk about it being in formation. I can't say that they have or haven't, but these are just, weird. I mean, because I'm gonna try and take these as slow as I can here, because you see, as you look in the center, okay, boom, both of those come together at the same time. You see how the two, the front line and the second line frame. No, they're not exactly the same time. The rear one does come up a half a frame before.
Mm-hmm.
And you can still see the 4 in front, but you can't see. You can look at the 4th one on the second row, dipping behind that cloud.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's gone. It's into the clouds. Same thing there. That's what made me think originally, possibly. But you're right. There's no smoke. You should see smoke with flares.
Yep. Or at least, you know, that being that high, as cold as it is up there, you would see at least a like a heat tail. You know what I mean by heat tail?
Yeah. Yep.
You would see that if it were a flare. Nothing.
Here's the other thing. You should be able to see the aircraft it's coming from.
Right.
That's the other thing. Flares just don't appear on their own, you know.
No, I'm gonna call this one good.
Now, I mean, because
Now.
I don't know what to make of this.
Well, yeah, because, you know, I mean, we've talked about it before about, you know, having a picture versus the video makes, you know, a big difference, a real big difference.
100%. 100%. Because this one, I brought the other one up originally just as a joke to come up as the red circle, just to have it as a red circle. And then I came across this one while I was looking at it. I was like, wait, we got a video? And I started watching, and I watched it for probably an hour trying to figure out what is dropping these things. What is going on here? And I can't figure it out because you cannot see anything there that is dropping them to start with. But they're in a good line. They're in a straight line almost.
Right.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I guess I'm just as confused as everyone else on that, and I'm going to call that a good one. I really am.
I have to. Because unfortunately, I mean, when he gets done with them and he says they're gone, he's like, they're gone?
Right.
Okay. And I understand that. But, hey, it's one of those things, like, it is what it is. I mean, and we would have never figured that out. Now, this one real quick. Just to let you know, we looked at this one too, and we thought we were looking at something decent and a track. We didn't know what we were looking at. That one actually got debunked, I believe, in 22 or 23, I found out. And it is a drone. This was actually a drone picked up by the night vision scopes. We looked at it in the first one too. So
yeah.
But it was a drone. This one was. So now I want everybody to remember, we're not talking about just space saucer, the lost saucer. You got the far out space nuts too, okay? You remember that one?
No, I don't remember half of these, Randy. It wasn't something I watched every week. Just wasn't something I did.
Can't help it. You recognize that guy right there, though?
No.
Gilligan.
I can't tell he's got a hand over his mouth, Randy.
There's the lost saucer. But guys, I know we're at an hour and 3. So I thought about you guys, about taking care of you guys one more time for our extra today. Please relive my childhood with me. Till next week, unless you have anything else.
Nothing at all. You got it, Randy. This is your childhood. See, because this ain't mine. This is yours.
I had fun as a kid. I
have a feeling you were kind of a geek.
What do you mean, kind of? I still am. Gee, come on now. I could quote you Star Trek episodes. I can pretty much quote every Star Wars film ever made, and I will sit there and fight Donnie and freaking Jason over these new series that keep coming out for Star Wars.
Right. It is what it is.
But anyway, guys, y'all have fun. We'll see y'all next time.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Remember my youth.
The spaceship was ready to chart.